Hey, how you doing? Duff here. This is the first time I'm showing off my Scorpion helmet on video. And let's see. I gotta get the chin piece down. I'm trying to do it with by feeling. Shit. There's a button here somewhere. Where is it? Can't find the damn button. Hold on. I'm sitting here feeling around for the chin bar, and it's up here. It works a lot better if you actually grab where the chin bar is. Where's that button at? Damn it! There it is. All right, there we go. Scorpion helmet. Now we don't want the wind guard down, or this. There we go. Windshield doesn't need to be down. This is cool though, huh? I have sunglasses on, but you don't really need them because you can just do this. So that's kind of cool. So you're like, okay, Duff, looks like you're ready for a high-speed run. Well, yeah, not really. I just want to show my Scorpion helmet on screen. But here is what I'm testing. You're like, what, the MiniPro? What the hell are you on that thing for? Well, I will tell you. This is Cindy's MiniPro that we have the monster tires on. The reason that I'm on here is I need to establish a baseline for top speed. Because I got, from More for Mini, I got the SwallowBot speed upgrade for this. Wow, I can hardly hear the beeps with this helmet on. 11.6. The SwallowBot upgrade supposedly allows you to go as fast as 15 to 18 miles an hour on a MiniPro. All right, there's the beep. Wow, this helmet really insulates you from sound. 11.5, I'm just riding the tilt back right now. All right, so, 11.1, the fastest I saw on the GPS is 11.5. So I would say that that's probably about as fast as I'm gonna be able to go on this thing. God, I haven't ridden this in a while. It feels so weird. It's a much more methodical way of steering. Tilting back, 11.1, 11.6. I'm riding a tilt back, okay. So, I mean, the most you're gonna get is 11.5, and it's gonna start tipping you back. So supposedly if you have the stock tires on, the max speed is 15 miles an hour. And if you have the oversized tires, supposedly 18, which I question. I don't know that I'd wanna go 18 miles an hour on this. But it would be nice to be able to go, 13, 14, and not have, the constant tipping back and beeping that you get at 11.5, which supposedly this upgrade fixes that. So we shall see. It costs $99 on More for Mini. Supposedly the install is pretty simple. Cliff Woods already put this on his MiniPro, and he said it's been working pretty well for him. So I look forward to doing the same. So I just wanted to see how it feels before doing any work, and then we will be back to document the process, and then finally to do a test afterwards to see how it feels. All right, welcome to the hobby room. You see Cindy's MiniPro. So we're gonna remove the handle just to make it a little bit more manageable. And what I have here is the replacement system board for More for Mini. This has the SwallowBot firmware preloaded. So basically, you have an option where you can pull the board and send it to them and have them flash the board and send it back to you. I think that's like 60 or 70 bucks. Or you can just get a whole new board sent to you with the firmware already loaded for $100. So that's the route that I took, because I figured I also then wind up having a spare system board just for the heck of it. So that's what I decided to do. So now first thing you got to do is take the battery packs out. If it's not obvious, this will void your warranty, so be aware of that. The system board, or I'm sorry, the batteries are held in by these 4 screws here. So we're going to back those up first. so you can see what I'm doing here. This MiniPro now is probably, well, this is the first PEV device that I've ever bought. So this is over 3 years old, with the large format tires on it that supposedly give it a max speed of 18 miles an hour. Like I said yesterday, I don't think I would be comfortable going that fast on a MiniPro, but it is nice that that capability is there. So More for Mini does have a video on their YouTube channel that covers the procedure. It's very brief. I think the whole video is a little over a minute long, but it gives you the information you need. It seems like it's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, you remove this battery, you remove all the cables that are attached to the system board, you take the screws out, and reverse the process. All 4 of those are loose. You need to cut the little warranty thing. I think it should just pull out now. Yep, there we go. Battery out. Oh wow, okay. You have the, this is the weatherproofing seal, and that kind of ripped as it came out. So we'll put that back in as best we can. Now the other important thing that the instructions mention is once you get the battery out, you still need to make sure all the electricity is out of the system. And the way you do that is by pressing and holding the power button for a few seconds. Okay, once the lights go out, all the juice should be out of the system. Got my seal back in. All right, so let's look at the motherboard here. Basically, you're disconnecting any cable you see that's attached to it. You have motor cable connections on both sides. I got more warranty stickers on there. Geez, I got warranty stickers out the wazoo, huh? These are just like bullet connectors. Very nicely organized though. Okay, got that side done. Everything's color coded so you can't mess it up when you put it back together. So now all these little connections have to come off. They're probably on the delicate side, so you want to be careful. I'm just getting some small screwdrivers here to assist me in this. And also it's probably a good idea, even though I didn't really do it, is touch the metal of the frame just to ground yourself from static electricity. All right, so let's see how easily these slide out. All right, it looks like the little tab that you squeeze to get it out is on the underside. Now in their video, they disconnected all of these while it was connected. So let's see if we can do the same thing. They actually had a tool with a little hook on it that they were using. Let's see if I can find something similar. All right, this worked. So I mean, you practically you have 2 ways to do this. You could unscrew the system board and get them off once the board is out, which I think is doable and probably slightly easier maybe. But if you do have a little tool that you can get underneath here and press these tabs, you can get them out. All right, got that out. So now the only other connector that needs to come out on this side is this little one here. There's a little rubber grommet thing that holds that on. All right, there you go. Okay, that's off. All right, so now we need to take the screws out to hold the system board on. There's one more connector on the other side of the board that we need to get out. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly. And I believe these 2 screws are short and the screws on the other side are long, so keep that in mind. Make sure that when you reinstall them, you use the correct screws. Actually, I'm just going to look at this new system board to see what other screws could possibly need to come out. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, these 4 in the middle do come out. And you really have to admire the of the Segway products. And even with all the problems that the Z10 had, I mean, it's just next level when you compare the way that the manufacturing processes are on something like this compared to like a Gotway wheel. All right, so we're going to take these 4 Phillips head out as well. All right, that should be everything holding the system board in. Let's see if it comes out. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. I just got MOSFET cleaning or cooling, or thermal paste is the right word for it. I got thermal paste all over my fingers. Here is that other connector that we were talking about that needs to be pulled out. All right, so I'm going to try to take some of this excessive thermal paste, which there is a lot of it, and I'm going to, because the new board does not come with new thermal paste or anything, so we're just going to generously apply this in here. So this uses the frame of the MiniPro as a big heatsink. The board is out, totally out. So now we're going to reverse the process. Okay, we're going to reattach this one connector here. See what I mean? Like if you took it out, it would be easier to get to these things, but it might be tough at the same time because it would be kind of pinched in. So I don't know. You can try it both ways. The way I did it does work. Just got to be a little careful. Okay, so we're gonna turn this the right way. There's like looks like a 9-pin serial connection underneath here that we're gonna need to get lined up. Make sure no wires are trapped underneath it, like I didn't do. There we go. Okay, you can kind of feel when it seats itself. All right, so I'm gonna put the screws back in, and then I'm gonna worry about the connections. Okay, don't forget the longer screws go up here. They go on the side opposite of the handle mount. But I think you'd figure it out really quick because I believe that they would stick out a mile if you tried to put them in the wrong spot. And where's my other long screw at? And these are the screws that hold the MOSFETs down against the frame, so you want to make sure that they're in pretty snugly so you have good contact there. Yeah, so I didn't get out to ride it all this morning. I'm hoping that I'll maybe ride after the Eagles game. I just had a bunch of stuff to do. And of course, obviously, we want to get out and test this and see if the speed is improved as promised. We will see. Now I'm going to carefully get these connectors back in. Make sure they are seated completely. Now, one thing I notice is these are both 3-wire connectors, and I didn't really pay close attention to which went where, but I'm assuming this side only has 2 of them, and the blue, black, and red connector is in the middle, and it's in the middle there, so I think we're okay. But you may want to, you know, just as always, that goes without saying that you want to make sure that you're notating which wires went where. Reinstalling these connectors is much easier than removing them. Just line them up and click them in place. Okay, we got to get this little slightly tricky one up here reattached. It's not really that tricky. You just need to get this little rubber boot reseated after you're done, right there. Okay, that's in. Now it's just the motor connectors, right? Again, simple bullet connectors. Make sure they're seated well, and then push them into the little spot in the loom that holds them securely in place. Match your colors, of course. Makes you feel better. You can put the warranty sticker back over them, I guess, even though it doesn't matter. All right. So we're going yellow. All right, let's go this way. Blues first. Blue, brown, yellow. All right, there you go. Wire connectors are in both sides. Looks good. All right, I'm just double checking, making sure I have everything reconnected. I do. I believe I'm ready to put the battery back in. It's pretty obvious which way it goes. That connector lines up with this connector on the system board. Reattaching the 4 screws. Okay, and I'm snugging them, but not doing final tightening yet. I'm kind of crisscrossing it, doing opposite ends. Now, I mentioned yesterday that Cliff Woods has done this to his MiniPro. And he mentioned when he turned it on, it only wanted to go in circles, I believe he said. And he had to turn it upside down to do a calibration. So I think I'm just going to leave mine upside down and turn it on now. Does that mean it's calibrating? I'm not sure. It would be doing the equivalent of just spinning back and forth with the way those tires are moving. All right, we're going to turn it off. I'm not sure what's going on. All right, we're going to set it upright and see what it does. Okay, nothing weird there. All right. So we will now reattach the knee bar. All right, let's take it outside where there's some room and see what happens. All right, we are outdoors and I'm stepping on this thing for the first time. I used to always have the knee bar all the way up, but it actually feels like it should go down a little bit. Okay, I have my GPS on, which I'm waiting for it to get signal. Yeah, it feels like I need the knee bar down lower. Huh. It's weird how it always used to feel better to me all the way up, but it's funny, it just doesn't. I'm just so used to having precise control with an EUC, and you just do not get that with MiniPro. All right, I'm just still don't have a satellite lock, so I don't know the speed yet. I'm going down to this side street here to do some speed testing. It's riding okay. I can tell you, it feels like I'm doing faster than 11 already. Pretty sure. With no tilt back and no beeps. And we have a car coming, so it's good timing for me to get off the road. All right. Come on, we need some satellite lock. Okay, good. I got satellite lock. 7.8. I'm just gonna read speed as we go here. 10.9, 11.1, that's where you would get tilt back before. 12.1, 12.5. Huh. Well, I am getting some tilt back here. I mean, I am going faster. It's not beeping, but it is tipping me back. I'm going into the wind. All right, so I'm fighting a headwind this way, so I'm going to turn around because I do feel tilt back. It's not horrible that I can't deal with it, but I do feel it. All right. So let's see this. We got the wind behind us here, so let's see what it says we can do now. .8, 13, 13.2, 13.4, 13.8, 14.2, 14.5, 14.3, 14.7. You did just hear a beep there. So I almost scraped 15 miles an hour there. But I guess I'll follow up to verify. I'll do some more research to verify. I thought that not only did it stop all the warning beeps when you're going faster, I thought that it also affected tilt back. The tilt back wasn't as prevalent, but there is definitely tilt back. Not horrible, but I mean you can feel it. 14, yeah. So I mean, this is letting me go. Let's see if I figure 15 miles an hour. Top speed used to be 11. What, 35% faster, something like that. That's pretty substantial. And it's not like I want to be able to roll 15, or Cindy wants to be able to roll 15. But see, now it will go as fast as the pint goes. So that was the thing, that this was the top speed of this was so limited that it wasn't a good match for really any of my devices, speed-wise, but now it can go about pint speeds. Pint can go a little bit faster, but yeah, it's pretty close. And keep in mind, I'm timing this all off the GPS. I am kind of surprised though, because you know they advertise that with the bigger tires you can do 18 miles an hour. Well, the More for Mini kit, I don't know if there's something different about that kit as opposed to what I did, where I just literally just put bigger tires on. Maybe there's more to it that affects that speed. But it looks like I'm getting more of the top speed that you get with conventional tires, the advertised top speed of about 15. All right, now we're rolling about 13. Yeah, right. I don't know if you can see that on camera, the little backward tilt backs. They just kind of stab you. They don't stay that way. It just kind of stabs and then goes away. At lower speeds, it feels fine. You know, nothing feels, handling wise, it handles just fine. No problem there. All right, so that's interesting. It didn't go quite as fast as I thought it might, but it does. I did scrape 15 miles an hour, which, to be quite honest, in this configuration, with this steering configuration, it is honestly fast enough on a Mini Pro. It really is. I always said when I first got this that, yeah, if it just went like 2 or 3 miles an hour, it would be just about perfect. Well, now I have those 2 or 3 miles an hour. Got a bad headwind right now. It definitely doesn't like this. I mean, you can feel the tilt backs coming in. It's not beeping. It's not beeping, but it's using a lot of power to push me against this. All right, we're back. We're back. All right, so I'm hoping the camera was rolling when I thought it was, because right now it looks like it was off when I thought it was on and vice versa. Hopefully it was not that way the entire test drive. So anyways, yeah, quick summary. The actual install of the board is pretty straightforward, not hard. If I wasn't filming, it might take 15 minutes, something like that. Not bad at all. Speed-wise, I realized about a 30, when I was doing my testing the other day, the absolute top speed I would get was 11.6 miles an hour. The fastest I saw on the GPS this time was 14.8 miles an hour. So that's more than a 3 mile an hour increase. So that's pretty significant. You do feel tilt back. You do not hear the warning beeps. I heard a beep once doing all that ride, but you will feel some rocking as you're riding. But for $100, I mean, $100 for a 30% speed increase is not bad. Not bad at all, if you ask me. So I think that's it for now. Hopefully Cindy will get it out later on this evening and get to test it out for herself. If you found this video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider subscribing. If you're going to subscribe, you might as well hit that notify bell over here. Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below about what you thought about the Mini Pro. To be quite honest, I thought there was absolutely no chance after doing the monster tires. I thought that was the extent of the upgrades I would ever do to the Mini Pro. I did not expect to ever do any more upgrades to this thing. But I think the system board was worth $100 for that kind of performance increase, to be quite honest with you. So pretty cool. So I hope you guys are having a good weekend. And that's all I have for you for now. Until next time, Duffman out. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. What's up? I got it up to 15. Oh, it takes some getting used to, yeah. It doesn't beep, but you can still feel it. It will rock you a little bit, but it's.
You being tall, I think it's.
Yeah. Let's see what you think. Hi, baby. See what you think. So you have to see what you think. DJ's sleeping.